Somewhere in the Pacific, a destroyer launches a missile. Not at a ship, not at land, at nothing. Because the target doesn't exist. Yet. And that changes everything. The United States Navy just tested a capability that rewrites how naval warfare works. Not bigger ships, not faster missiles, but something far more dangerous. The ability to hit targets before they even appear. If you think that sounds impossible, stay with me, because what just happened is the beginning of a new kind of war at sea. For decades, naval warfare followed a simple equation. Find, to track, to target, to destroy. Every ship, every radar, every satellite feeds into that chain. Break the chain, and you survive. Complete the chain, and you win. But now, the Navy is trying to skip the first step entirely. Instead of reacting to threats, they're predicting them. This concept is called predictive targeting, and it works like this. Satellites track patterns. AI models analyze movement. Ships receive real-time predictions. Not where the enemy is, but where they will be. And that's the difference between defense and dominance. At the center of this shift is a network, not a ship, a system that connects destroyers, submarines, satellites, drones, aircraft into a single combat brain. Think of it like this: not 10 ships fighting separately, but one system fighting everywhere at once. This is what the Navy calls Distributed Maritime Operations. And here's why it matters. In the past, a carrier strike group was the center of power. Take out the carrier, and you weaken the fleet. But now, there is no center. Every ship is a node. Every node is a weapon. You can't decapitate something that has no head. Now let's talk about the missile, because this is where the equation breaks. The Navy is deploying next-generation weapons that don't just follow coordinates. They update in flight. That means the target moves to the missile adjusts. The target hides to the missile searches. The target disappears to the system reassigns. This turns a missile from a projectile into a decision-making system. And here's the critical part. The launch platform doesn't need perfect information anymore. It just needs enough, because the network fills in the rest. Now apply this to a real battlefield. Take a contested zone like the South China Sea. Hundreds of vessels, dozens of signals, constant movement. In the old model, you wait, you confirm, you strike. In the new model, you predict, you launch, you let the system solve the rest. That compresses the timeline from minutes to seconds. And in modern warfare, seconds decide survival. But this system introduces a new risk. Because when you automate decisions, you also automate mistakes. What happens if the prediction is wrong? What happens if the system misidentifies a target? What happens when speed outpaces human control? This is the trade-off, speed versus certainty. And the Navy is choosing speed, because in a pure conflict, hesitation is defeat. Now zoom out. This isn't just about one missile or one ship. This is about how wars will be fought. Instead of large fleets, fixed formations, central command, we're moving toward smaller units, constant movement, networked decision-making. A fleet that doesn't wait for orders because the system already knows what to do. That makes the Navy harder to target, harder to predict, and almost impossible to overwhelm. Here's the truth. The United States Navy isn't just building better ships. It's building a system where information is the weapon. Missiles are just the delivery method. Ships are just the platforms. Aircraft are just sensors with wings. The real power is the network. Because the moment you connect everything, satellites, drones, destroyers, submarines, into a single decision loop, you remove the delay between seeing and striking. And that delay used to be the only thing keeping wars controllable. Now imagine this in real time. A drone detects a heat signature. A satellite confirms movement. An algorithm classifies it as hostile. No meeting, no debate, no delay. A missile is already in the air. That is not faster warfare. That is instant warfare. And once you cross that threshold, there is no going back. Because speed changes behavior. When decisions take minutes, leaders think. When decisions take seconds, systems react. And when systems react faster than humans can intervene, control shifts. Not to commanders, not to admirals, but to the architecture itself. This is the quiet revolution happening right now. The Navy is no longer just projecting power across oceans. It's building a force that operates at the speed of data. And data does not hesitate. Now look at what that does to the battlefield. There are no front lines anymore, no safe zones, no rear areas, because the network sees everything connected to it. A ship in the Pacific can track a target in the Middle East. A drone in the air can guide a missile launched from hundreds of miles away. A submarine, completely invisible, can receive targeting data without ever revealing its position. Distance stops mattering. And when distance stops mattering, so does geography. The battlefield becomes global. Now flip the perspective. If you're facing this system, how do you fight it? You can't just sink one ship. You can't just jam one radar. You can't just destroy one base. Because the system reroutes, adapts, rebuilds itself in real time. Take out one node and another takes its place instantly. It's like trying to shut down the internet by destroying a single server. It doesn't work. And that's the nightmare scenario for any adversary. Because now, the problem isn't how to win, it's whether winning is even possible. So here's the new equation. It's not who has more ships. It's not who has bigger weapons. It's this: who can process, decide, and act first. Because in a networked war, the first side to complete the kill chain wins. Not in hours, not in minutes, in seconds. And once that system is fully operational, the outcome of a battle may be decided before the first human even realizes it has begun. That's the reality. The US Navy isn't preparing for the next war. It's building a system where war moves faster than human thought. And when that system is complete, the question won't be who fires first. It will be who was already targeted before they even knew they were in the fight. If you see the equation now, subscribe to the War Desk, because the next breakdown isn't about ships, it's about the system that makes ships almost irrelevant.